The wood spider is the most accomplished of all web-building species. Recently, scientists gave these tiny creatures a variety of psychoactive drugs to observe their effects on web building. When given a minute dose of LSD, the spider's web took on an unfamiliar, minimalist structure. When given caffeine, the web structure was not affected, but the spider's behavior was. Given THC, the active ingredient in marijuana, the spider didn't build a web. It built a hammock, where it lay all day and watched the caffeine spider go. When given alcohol, the spider built a web, found a mate, and raised over 100 young. But the mate got a restraining order, and now the spider can't go within 100 centimeters of the web. The crack cocaine spider figured building webs was for suckers, waited till the caffeine spider was exhausted, then came up behind it and popped a cap in its ass. Nice web, Mr. Crack Spider. When winter came, the marijuana spider had no place to live. It ended up in the crack web as the crack spider's bitch. For more information on the crack spider's bitch, contact the Canadian Wildlife Service in Ottawa.
Smoke the Big O, Oasis, new Oasis filter cigarettes with refreshing menthol mist.
Light an Oasis and you'll say, here's the freshest taste in smoking today.
Smokers who know now smoke the Big O. Smokers who know now smoke the Big O.
The Oasis filter is the best you can get on any menthol cigarette.
Smokers who know now smoke the Big O. Smokers who know now smoke the Big O. Menthol mist, so mild, so light, makes every puff a smooth delight. Smokers who know now smoke the Big O. Smokers who know now smoke the Big O.
The Oasis filter is the best you can get on any menthol cigarette. Light an Oasis, and you'll say, here's the freshest taste in smoking today. Oasis.
The Flintstones, brought to you by Winston, America's best-selling, best-tasting filter cigarette.
Winston tastes good, like a cigarette should. They sure work hard, don't they, Barney?
Yeah? I hate to see them work so hard.
Yeah, me too. Let's go around back where we can't see them.
Gee, we ought to do something, Fred.
Okay? How's about taking a nap?
Hey, I got a better idea. Let's take a Winston break.
That's it! Winston is the one filter cigarette that delivers flavor 20 times a pack. Winston's got that filter blend.
Yeah, Fred. Filter blend makes the big taste difference, and only Winston has it up front where it counts. Here, ahead of the pure white filter. Winston packs rich tobaccos specially selected and specially processed for good flavor in filter smoking.
Yeah, Barney, Winston tastes good, like a cigarette should.
The Flintstones has been brought to you by Winston, America's best-selling, best-tasting filter cigarette.
Winston tastes good like a cigarette should.
The American Tobacco Company. The American Tobacco Company, America's leading manufacturer of cigarettes. Lucky Strike, Pall Mall, Herbert Tarrington with the genuine cork tip presents the winners of the Academy of Television Arts and Sciences Award. Danny Thomas, Gene Hagen as his wife, with Sherry Jackson and Rusty Hamer as their children, in Make Room for Daddy.
Here's a suggestion you shouldn't forget. When you choose the right girl, choose the right cigarette. For those moments of pleasure when dancing's been swell, relax and enjoy yourself. Light a Pall Mall, Pall Mall, Pall Mall. Smoke longer and finer and milder, Pall Mall.
Pall Mall is longer, yes, but greater length is only half the story. Fine tobacco is its own best filter, and Pall Mall tobaccos are the finest quality money can buy. And look how Pall Mall's greater length travels the smoke further, filters the smoke naturally and makes it mild. In fact, your appreciation of Pall Mall quality has made it America's most successful and most imitated cigarette. Choose well. Smoke Pall Mall. Pall Mall famous cigarettes, outstanding. And they are mild.
Say, has this been happening to your Christmas list? Every year it seems to stretch, gets longer and longer. Well, that's good. It means your list of friends is growing, too. What will you give them? Camels, of course. Camel makes the smokers on your list so easy to shop for. You're giving them the taste that has kept Camel, by far, America's largest selling, best liked regular cigarette. So give them 10 Camel packs in one bright red and gold carton. No wrapping needed. There's even a greeting card right here on the side. You just sign, present, and watch for the smiles. Camel gives you easygoing taste and choice quality tobaccos. The best tobacco makes the best smoke. Remember, this Christmas, make it Camel time.
Now it's time for a brief history of the United States of America. Hi, boys and girls, ready to get started? Once upon a time, there were these people in Europe called pilgrims, and they were afraid of being persecuted. So they all got in a boat and sailed to the New World where they wouldn't have to be scared ever again.
Oh, I'm so relaxed. I feel so much safer.
But as soon as they arrived, they were greeted by savages, and they got scared all over again.
Indians!
So they killed them all. Now, you'd think wiping out a race of people would calm them down, but no. Instead, they started getting frightened of each other. Witch! So they burned witches. In 1775, they started killing the British so they could be free. And it worked, but they still didn't feel safe. So they passed a Second Amendment which said every white man could keep his gun. I loves my gun. Loves my gun. Which brings us to the genius idea of slavery. You see, boys and girls, the white people back then were also afraid of doing any work. So they went to Africa, kidnapped thousands of black people, brought them back to America, and forced them to work very hard for no money. And I don't mean no money like I work at Walmart and make no money. I mean $0. Nothing. Not a zip. Doing it that way made the USA the richest country in the world. So did having all that money and free help calm the white people down? No way. They got even more afraid. That's because after 200 years of slavery, the black people now outnumbered the white people in many parts of the South. Well, you can pretty much guess what came next. The slaves started rebelling. There were uprisings, and old master's head got chopped off. And when white people heard of this, they were freaking out and going, I want to live. Don't kill me, big black man. Well, just in the nick of time came Samuel Colt, who in 1836 invented the first weapon ever that could be fired over and over without having to reload. And all the Southern whites were like, yeehaw! But it was too late. The North soon won the Civil War and the slaves were freed. Yep, they were free now to go chop all the old masters' heads off. And everybody was like, oh no, we're gonna die. But the freed slaves took no revenge. They just wanted to live in peace. But you couldn't convince the white people of this. So they formed the Ku Klux Klan. And in 1871, the same year the Klan became an illegal terrorist organization, another group was founded, the National Rifle Association. Soon politicians passed one of the first gun laws, making it illegal for any black person to own one. It was a great year for America, the KKK and the NRA. Of course, they had nothing to do with each other, and this was just a coincidence. One group legally promoted responsible gun ownership, and the other group shot and lynched black people. And that's the way it was all the way to 1955, when a black woman broke the law by refusing to move to the back of the bus. White people just couldn't believe it. Why won't they move? What's going on? Man, all hell broke loose. Black people everywhere started demanding their rights, and white people had a major freaky fear meltdown, and they were all like, run away! Run away! And they did. They all ran fleeing to the suburbs where it was all white and safe and clean. And they went out and bought 250 million guns and put locks on the doors, alarms in the houses, and gates around the neighborhoods. And finally, they were all safe and secure and snug as a bug. And everyone lived happily ever after.
When the big fish is hooked and you finally land him, reward yourself with the pleasure of smooth smoking. Smoke longer and finer and milder Pall Mall. Pall Mall is longer, yes, but greater length is only half the story. Fine tobacco is its own best filter, and Pall Mall tobaccos are the finest quality money can buy. And look how Pall Mall's greater length travels the smoke further, filters the smoke naturally and makes it mild. In fact, your appreciation of Pall Mall quality has made it America's most successful and most imitated cigarette. It's your cigarette. Fine tobacco blended to a flavor peak, distinctively Pall Mall. So reward yourself with a smoothness, mildness, and satisfaction no other cigarette can offer you. Buy Pall Mall famous cigarettes. Outstanding. And they are mild.
Decisions. Do you want a cigarette with good, rich flavor or one that tastes milder? Wait. Now one cigarette gives you both. Pall Mall Gold 100s.
Longer.
They give you the good, rich flavor you want.
Taste milder.
Pall Mall Gold.
Longer yet milder.
Pall Mall Gold.
Longer yet milder.
Pall Mall Gold. Menthol too.
Here's John Wayne, America's #1 dramatic movie star, on location. As you can see, making a movie can be pretty tough going. But free-swinging He-Man parts are what John Wayne loves to play and what the audience loves to see him in.
Okay, cut.
When the cameras stop, John Wayne takes time out to enjoy his favorite cigarette, Camel. Let's hear what he thinks about Camels in his own words.
Well, after you've been making a lot of strenuous scenes, you like to sit back and enjoy a cool, mild, good-tasting cigarette. And that's just what Camels are. Mild and good-tasting, pack after pack. I know, I've been smoking them for 20 years. So why don't you try them yourself? You'll see what I mean.
Yes, try them yourself, and you'll discover the secret of Camel's extra enjoyment. Smoke-only Camels for 30 days. For mildness and flavor, Camels agree with more people than any other cigarette.
Switch from Hots to Snow Fresh Filter.
Cool. Cool, Snow Fresh, cool, taste so clean, so refreshing, so cool.
As cool and as clean as a breath of fresh air. That's Snow Fresh Filter Cool. Your mouth feels clean, your throat refreshed. The finest leaf tobacco, mild, refreshing menthol, and the world's most thoroughly tested filter. That's Snow Fresh Filter Cool. Why don't you switch from Hots to the Snow Fresh coolness of cool? As cool and as clean as a breath of fresh air. America's most refreshing cigarette. Snow Fresh Filter Cool.
I'm out.
Yes, sir, it was a dandy trip. Of course, we's all of my tuckers from sleeping setting up, but Pearl's old truck run just fine, and her boy drove all the way.
Winston?
No, Jethro Bodine. That's that big, tall, good-looking...
No, Mr. Clavitt, I meant, would you like a Winston cigarette?
I don't know that I've ever seen one of them before.
Oh, try one.
Mighty good smelling tobacco. What's that white stuff in there?
Oh, that's the Winston filter. But it's what's up front that counts.
You mean the tobacco?
Oh, a cigarette is only as good as the tobacco that's in it. With Winston's filter blend up front, it's like money in the bank. You're going to like Winston's.
I reckon I'll decide that for myself.
Yes, sir.
I like it. This here Winston tastes good.
Like a cigarette should.
The Beverly Hillbillies has been presented by Winston. We hope you enjoyed it, and we hope you'll try Winston, because Winston tastes good, like a cigarette should.
What you doing, Granny?
Making myself a new pipe.
Oh, I got something here you're going to cotton to. That banker fella gave them to me.
What's that?
Winston cigarettes. Try one, Granny. They is first rate.
Well, if you say they're really good...
Best smoking you ever had.
By thunder, Jed, that is good smoking.
Now try it this way, Granny.
Tastes even better.
They tell me these Winstons is the best tasting cigarette you can get.
Well, I may put away my corn cob. That's saying a heap for 'em.
You know, Granny, there just ain't no way of saying how good a Winston is. You gotta smoke one to find out.
Well, I can say this. Winston tastes mighty good.
Like a cigarette should.
Very good, Jethro. We will continue your homework with great leaders in history. You may begin.
A is for Alexander, the great he was named. B is for Beethoven, for music so famed. C is for cigarette, and Winston's the best. D is for Drake, Sir Francis...
Wait. Cigarettes, Winston. Jethro, we are studying great leaders.
Well, Mr. Drysdale told Uncle Jed that Winston is the leading filter cigarette all over.
That's right, he did. Me and Granny's been smoking them, and they is first rate. Here, try one.
Mr. Clavitt, I've no doubt that Winston is indeed a superior filter cigarette. However, in deference to the textbook... Why, this is superior. However, in deference to the textbook... Never mind the textbook. C is for cigarette, and Winston's the best.
Yes, ma'am. Winston tastes good.
Like a cigarette should.
C-A-N-E-L, yes.
How mild, how mild, how mild can a cigarette be? Make the Camel 30-day test, and you'll see. So mild, so mild, so mild that you're bound to agree that Camel suits you to a T, to a T.
Smoke Camel and see.
You know, each week the makers of Camels send free cigarettes to hospitalized servicemen and veterans. This week's gift Camels go to Veterans Hospitals Boise, Idaho, and Topeka, Kansas. United States Army Air Force Station Hospital, West Overfield, Massachusetts, and the United States Naval Hospital, Quantico, Virginia. The Camel people have now sent more than 190 million gift Camels to servicemen, servicewomen, and veterans.
Barney, will you get this thing fixed while I'm still young?
Just one little second, Fred, then I'll have it. There.
Okay, let's spin a disc.
They're playing our song, Fred.
Yeah, pal, and you've earned yourself a Winston.
Yeah, Winston. That's the one with filter blend up front.
Sure, that's the big difference, Barney. Winston picks out special tobaccos,
Then treats them their own special way.
if you're looking for a filter cigarette that really delivers taste,
You ought to smoke Winston.
you ought to smoke Winston.
That's what he said. That's what he said.
And as I was saying, Winston tastes good.
Like a cigarette should. Like a cigarette should. Like a cigarette should. Like a cigarette should.
Okay, lunch is over. Now back to work. Hiya, Mr. Flintstone.
Greetings, Rocky, my boy. Pack of Winstons, please.
Oh, you like them Winston cigarettes, huh, Mr. Flintstone?
But of course, they really got something.
You bet your life. Folks who really enjoy smoking know it's what's up front that counts. And that's where Winston steps out ahead of the crowd with their exclusive filter blend. Choice golden tobaccos, specially selected and specially processed for filter smoke.
Hold it, hold it.
What you mean?
What are you pitching Winston's at me for? You know I never smoke nothing else.
Just practicing, Mr. Flintstone. Everybody knows that.
Winston tastes good, like a cigarette should.
Yeah.
See you soon, Rocky.
I'd walk a mile for a camel. This little demonstration was strictly for smokers who never tasted a Camel cigarette. Camel smokers, you know what we mean. You other guys, start walking.
When you're due for a beer, Bush does it. You can't say beer better than Bush.
Boy, ain't that the truth. How can they miss with that target advertising? Yabba-dabba-doo.
Right on target, Fred.
When you're due for a beer, Bush does it. Oh, there's a lot of Bush gonna be sold.
Beginning right now. Fill her up, Fred. There it is, 5 o'clock, quitting time all over town.
Yeah, the after-work rush will start now, and Claude isn't back yet.
Here they come. I better get back there and help you, Fred. One Bush coming right up. You're next, sir.
Keep pouring, Barney. Another Bush, bartender.
Yeah, me too. Boy, this sure hits a spot.
Hurry up, bartender.
Coming.
Another Bush, please.
Here you are, sir.
Fill her up, bartender.
Yes, sir.
2 more here, please.
2 more Bush coming up. Gee, and we thought the gravel pit was hard work.
My feet are killing me. Guy has to be in good condition to hold this job.
Somehow I enjoy beer better on the other side of the bar. It takes know-how to work in the beer business.
Yeah, and we got no know-how.
Hey, Fred, look outside. Mr. Slate, and he's starting to come in.
Hey, Barney, I just got an idea that may get our jobs back. Come on! Here, disguise yourself with these towels. I'll use this mop.
Bartender, I want service.
Coming. What kind of beer, sir?
Any kind, you lunkhead, any kind.
Ooh, you need a Bush. You're all tensed up.
No wonder. My 2 key men quit me yesterday, and I can't get anyone to do the job like they can.
Why don't you ask them to come back?
Oh, they'd like that. They'd crow about it. Never.
Drink your Bush, stranger. It'll do you good.
Calm down, Slate, honey. Give him another chance.
Hey, you're right. When you're due for a beer, this Bush does it. Would you help me get my men back, bartender?
Sure. What are their names? I'll get them back for you.
Their names are Fred Flintstone and Barney,
Rubble. Barney Rubble.
Yeah, that's right. Barney Rubble.
Well, we just happen to know them, and we'll guarantee that they'll be back on the job in the morning. If we can tell them that you'll give them a raise.
No, that's out. No raise. Never.
Drink some more Bush, stranger. On the house.
Well, okay.
Be reasonable, Tiger. You can afford them.
Well, it's only money. Tell them that they'll get their raise. Good night.
Good night, sir. So long, stranger.
Good night, Fred and Barney. And don't be late in the morning.
How about that? Mr. Slate knew it was us all the time. Yeah, he missed us as much as we missed him. This calls for a celebration, Barney boy. Right, Fred? When you're due for a beer, Bush does it. You can't say beer better than Bush. Yabba dabba doo!
Tony, you won again. You're very good. How do you do it?
Just a matter of getting used to it.
Well, I'll never get used to these.
Oh, problems?
I can't seem to find a cigarette I can stay with. This one tastes harsh.
That's easy to fix. Try one of my cools.
Long side.
Mm-hmm. I think you'll like them.
Come up to the cool taste. Taste extra coolness every time you smoke.
Hey, Phyllis, you want to try this?
Okay. You know, I'm sure glad I tried these. Tastes smooth.
What'd I tell you?
Come up to the cool taste.
Try Cools, king size or long size. Both have the same taste of extra coolness. Cool Filter Kings, Cool Filter Longs. 2 sizes, 1 taste. The cool taste.
What is it? Okay, what is it? Song title.
Forward.
First word. Sounds like a bull. Cow. Wow. How? Second word. Sounds like cry. I'll try it.
Terrific. And fast.
You know, I think they named that song after my cigarette.
Oh?
How dry I am.
Here, try these.
Cool? Okay.
Come up to the cool taste. Taste extra coolness every time you smoke.
Hey, Ted, here's a quick one.
Okay, first word. Taste. Cool. Tastes cool. That's right.
Come up to the cool taste.
Try Cools, king size or long size. Both have the same taste of extra coolness. Cool Filter Kings, Cool Filter Longs. 2 sizes, 1 taste. The cool taste.
Hi, I'm Lee Marvin for Pall Mall Famous Cigarettes. My cigarette. Pall Mall, you get satisfying flavor so friendly to your taste. Yes, satisfying. No flat filtered out flavor and friendly. No dry smoked out taste. Here's the proof. Smoke traveled through fine tobacco tastes best. See how Pall Mall's famous length of fine tobaccos travels the smoke, gentles the smoke naturally, and makes it mild. Yes, the smoke is traveled over, under, around, and through Pall Mall's fine, mellow tobaccos. Pall Mall gentles the smoke, but does not filter out that satisfying flavor.
And remember, with Pell Mell, you can light either end and get satisfying flavor so friendly to your taste.
Buy Pell Mell Famous cigarettes. Outstanding. And they are mild.
Chase. On enforcement of race taxes on working families. We can't deal with our budget. Community in America should be a alliance.
Have you ever seen that Lucky Strike demonstration on television?
Yeah.
Well, come here, I want to show you something. Have you ever done it yourself?
No.
Okay, then let's start from scratch. They say to use a new pack. Here's a pack of Luckies I just opened.
Well?
Take one, turn it around till you find the seam in the back. See there? Now, carefully tear the paper down the seam. Easy does it. You don't want to dig into that tobacco. That's it. There. You see? A perfect cylinder of tobacco just like on TV.
All right, so it works. So what?
Here's what. Because Luckies are made better, they taste better. Cleaner, fresher, smoother. You can see here why Luckies taste cleaner. Every Lucky is a perfect cylinder of fine, mild tobacco. Notice there are no loose ends to get in your mouth and spoil the taste. And now, under Joe's microscope, you'll see why Luckies taste fresher. It's because Luckies are made round, firm, and fully packed to smoke smoothly and evenly. And here's why Luckies taste smoother. See those long strands of Luckies fresh, mild, good-tasting tobacco. You can tell by the rich aroma that Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Tobacco that's bound to give you a smooth, mild taste, puff after puff, pack after pack.
By golly, it does add up, doesn't it?
Yes, better taste means better smoking. And Lucky's taste better, cleaner, fresher, smoother. So enjoy the better taste of Lucky's fine tobacco in a better-made cigarette. Be happy. Go Lucky. Make your next carton Lucky Strike.
This is a man who smokes Marlboro cigarettes. What kind of a man is he?
I'm a guy who likes to work on my car. I like to take it apart and put it back together. I get to working on it and forget where I am, what time it is. I even forget to eat.
You don't forget to smoke, though.
I always smoke when I work. They go together.
Why Marlboro?
Well, it's a combination of things. When I draw on a cigarette, I want to taste something. With Marlboro, I do. Yet it's got a filter that works. Then there's this flip-top box. I like things that are well-designed. This box is interesting and practical.
Would you recommend Marlboro to your friends?
I already have.
New Marlboro. Filter, flavor, flip-top box. Popular filter price.
How often does your job call you out of bed in the middle of the night? Well, if you were a doctor, it would be often. And generally, there isn't much time to spare.
Coffee, Doctor?
Oh, fine. Have a Camel with your coffee. Thanks. You know, this night work's kind of rough, isn't it? That's right. But a Camel's always a pleasure.
Yes, folks, the pleasing mildness of a Camel is just as enjoyable to a doctor as it is to you or me. In a nationwide survey, doctors in all branches of medicine were asked what were included. And according to this nationwide survey, more doctors smoke Camels than any other cigarette. Try Camels yourself, the cigarette so many doctors enjoy.
You know, if you were to follow a busy doctor as he makes his daily round of calls, you'd find yourself having a mighty busy time keeping up with him. Time out for many men of medicine usually means just long enough to enjoy a cigarette. And because they know what a pleasure it is to smoke a mild, good-tasting cigarette, they're particular about the brand they choose. In a repeated national survey, doctors in all branches of medicine, doctors in all parts of the country were asked, "What cigarette do you smoke, doctor?" Once again, the brand named most was Camel. Yes, according to this repeated nationwide survey, more doctors smoke Camels than any other cigarette. Why not change to Camels for the next 30 days and see what a difference it makes in your smoking enjoyment? See how Camels agree with your throat. See how mild and good tasting a cigarette can be.
Newport tastes fresher, tastes better too. Newport tastes fresher, tastes better too. Newport tastes fresher, tastes better too than any other menthol cigarette. Newport tastes fresher, tastes better too.
It's alive!
Than any other menthol cigarette.
Oh, Fred,
Yeah, what is it, Wilma?
this bowl he gave me is no good. It's full of holes.
Full of holes. Well, those holes are supposed to be in it. You put your fingers in them, you
Fred Flintstone!
You dropped that ball on my foot, you
Fred, I won't have you calling me names.
I didn't mean anything, Wilma. It's just that when the guy's out with his buddy, he might call him names in fun.
That's the buddy system.
Yeah. Hey, some of the I used to call Barney.
Okay, I get the idea. You were going to teach me to bowl. Okay, that's...
What?
Don't get mad.
Prove it yourself. Here's a Q-tip. How can you prove your Q-stick is straight and true? Well, that's easy. Willie Hoppy, world's three-cushion billiard champion, places his cue on the table and rolls it. A warped Q-stick will wobble and bounce. A stick that's true will describe an even arc. And now watch a champion use it. Now, Willie Hoppy, how mild can a cigarette be?
Well, I've been smoking Camels for 20 years. I know they're mild and they really taste great.
Yes, Camels are so mild that in a test of hundreds of people who smoked only Camels for 30 days, throat specialists making weekly examinations reported not one single case of throat irritation due to smoking Camels. But prove for yourself how mild a cigarette can be. Test Camels for 30 days in your T-zone. Let your taste and throat tell you about Camel's flavor and mildness.
Discovered at the Horse Show, the new luxury length. Discovered on the road, the new luxury length. Discovered at the marina, the new longer length of filter-tipped Pall Mall.
Like that gold pack. Does it have the same Pall Mall tobacco?
Identical. The finest quality money can buy. Pall Mall's famous length of fine tobaccos and a filter tip. Result, you get Pall Mall's natural mildness in a filter cigarette. Natural mildness that means just one thing.
Smooth, pleasing flavor. I know what I like, And I like Pell Mell.
Discover the luxury length cigarette. Filter-tipped Pell Mell, packaged in gold. Outstanding. And they are mild.
Oh, cartons of camels are sure to please. Besides, they look so handsome under Christmas trees. So easy to give, so good to get. Give Camels, the nation's favorite cigarette. Ho, ho, ho! It's gift-packed, ready to give, with a space for your greeting.
Tired of using regular blankets like this asshole? Do they somehow destroy your heating bills? Do you struggle when trying to figure out how to put them on? Are mundane tasks like answering the phone now impossibly difficult? Well, morons, now there's hope with the new What the F blanket, the blanket that'll ruin your sex life. Now you can answer the phone with confidence. Awesome! Help Grandpa enjoy the O'Reilly factor. Spoiler alert, Snape kills Dumbledore. Your dad will blog about how comfortable he is.
I can't believe a black man's president.
The What the F blanket is made of the exact same materials regular blankets are, but looks twice as retarded. Basically, it's a robe that you wear backwards. The What the F blanket will turn you into a complete shut-in that never leaves the house. So color a book, drink some tea, and hold a baby. You know, things you couldn't do with a regular blanket. And don't worry, one size fits all, so creepy dads can lie in a seductive pose. With the What the F blanket, you can take your dog and roast him on an open fire, ruin your child's self-esteem, and wear it in public. Sarah's not getting a date for the prom, look at her. So whether you're reading the obituaries, or viewing scrambled porn, or clogging your arteries, or telling a racist joke, you will look like a tool. Believe it or not, some dumbasses have paid as much as $60 for the What the F blanket, which kinda makes me want to scream. Available in blueberry, mint, and blood flavors. Call now and receive a free flashlight? Why would you need a flashlight with your blanket? And she doesn't even need it. Look, you can see the text from here. She's reading it in broad daylight. What the Damn it. Side effects of the What the F blanket include, but are not limited to, heart failure, herpes, social awkwardness, never getting laid, looking like a dick, super herpes. The What the F blanket. Just give up.
Lucky Strike. First again with Tobacco Men. First again with Tobacco Men.
LSMFT, LSMFT.
Lucky Strike means fine tobacco.
Yes, in a cigarette, it's the tobacco that counts. And Lucky Strike means fine tobacco.
So round, so firm, so fully packed, so free and easy on the draw.
So for your own real deep down smoking enjoyment, smoke that smoke of fine tobacco, Lucky Strike.
Friends, here's a wonderful Christmas gift for anyone who smokes, because it says Merry Christmas and Happy Smoking 200 times. Yes, 10 packs of those better-tasting Luckies, all done up for Christmas in a beautiful carton created just for Lucky Strike by the famous designer, Mr. Raymond Loewy. It'll look so bright and colorful under your Christmas tree, and it's such a welcome gift to anyone who enjoys a good smoke. Because, you know, smoking enjoyment is all a matter of taste. And the fact of the matter is, Luckies taste better. Cleaner, fresher, smoother. That's why you can't go wrong if you remember your friends with these colorful Christmas cartons of Lucky Strike.
Be happy, go lucky for Christmas gifts this year.
He'll say, are you married? You'll say, no, man. You can do the job when you're in town. Lay your arm, look inspired as we dream by the fire. To face unafraid the plans that we made, walking in the winter wonderland. La la la, la 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 la, la la la, la 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 la. to face unafraid the plans that we made, walking in the winter wonderland.